So what is the Oblada or is friends with Trent and Rocky, and they all have some kind of past apparently in Japan with the buckaroos. And at one point, Oblada was in the Lollipop Guild, but now he's in the Callis family right now.
That's right.
But Trent and Rocky are in a group in Japan with him.
Chaos.
The buckaroos suspended Swerve and Osprey because they attacked the EVPs. Well, then Oblada came in and introduced them to his friends Trent and Rocky, but we know them well. We've got a past. What is their past? Were they all rent boys together in the red light district of Osaka? What was going on?
I don't know what they did, but obviously they all have a New Japan past.
Well, they were calling Ibushi Kenny's golden lover. And I know that was the folks, for those of you who live in the normal world, the name of the tag team that Kenny Olivier and his friend Kota Ibushi, Ibushi, the name of their tag team was the Golden Lovers. Not the Midnight Express, the Road Warriors, the Powers of Pain, the Brainbusters, the Golden Lovers. But this is American television. 10 years later, they've seen Ibushi like 3 times before he crippled himself and's been off for 2 years. Isn't it off-putting to any normal person who would try to watch this program when they're talking about Ibushi being the golden lover of another one of the baby faces?
Yeah, I don't think it resonates. I don't think Ibushi resonates, but I don't think it resonates.
Well, Ibushi was about to resonate because this was his big return against Trent. And I mean, he doesn't look as pudgy as he did the last time we saw him. Remember, we remarked on the pudge, but is he 5'4"? I don't know if I would bet on him against the outlaw Japanese girls.
No, he's not that short. He's not that short.
He looked like if the Beatles had come from Nagasaki, he looks like the Pete Best of the group.
Well, again, now you always say that, but you forget Pete Best never had a mop top. That's why he really didn't fit in the same way that Ringo did. But, he comes out there, he's got his mop top. He looks like he's in better shape than the last time we saw him, both in America when he was pudgy and in Japan where he broke his feet. And he just has no... it's not even charisma, no reaction, no pulse.
Personality.
It's just like a guy in a coma walking out. He has like the reactions of like a wrestling character in a video game 25 years ago. Like they didn't have the graphics yet to give them good reaction. He just walks out there just all dull, and he gets in there. And again, I mean, the kicks looked okay, but everything about this was just, I don't think Ibushi resonates in America, and I don't think he will.
But that's the thing is, after he goes 8 minutes or whatever with Trent, and by the way, if Take a Shit ain't getting paid what Ibushi is, if I was him, I'd be pissed. Because again, this guy did little of whatever. But 8 minutes, he wins with a knee lift, and then Oblada comes out, and they stared at each other. They just stared at each and all 1,800 people in Seattle are going, holy shit, holy shit. Holy shit, for what reason? Big shit, big shit. Okada hasn't had a good match yet, and it probably ain't going to try. And this little short, squat black hole of charisma that he's nose to nose with, what do they think they're going to see? Because they ain't going to see it. And then Okada walks out and Tony sends the word within 10 seconds next week. Okada versus Ibushi. What in the world is that going to look like? One guy...
598,000 viewers.
But one guy won't fall down, and the other guy probably shouldn't or he'll hurt himself again. What do they think they're going to see that's a holy shit moment from these two?
That makes me want to see it, but the problem is it'll probably be a big ball of nothing. I don't remember where they are. It depends on the crowd, too. But yeah, Ibushi has this blah match, and then they stare at each other, right in each other's faces, and no one does anything. Because Ibushi's defending the honor of Kenny, who was previously hurt. You know what this really is? If you think about everything right now happening with the Bucks, who are pushed despite how little they mean to the business of AEW. Omega, who's in the middle of a push right now and doing this thing with Okada, his longtime opponent from 10 years ago. Adam Page getting his run. Ibushi showing back up for the stadium. It's the last hurrah of that gang. You know what I mean? It's the
promise?
In terms of age, in terms of everything, it's the last hurrah of that little clique of weirdos. And I think we're going to have to sit through it for a little while.